Hey, yo.
Yo.
What up, it's Don.
Samuel here.
We are the Soul Brothers. We're back up in it. You got a little flash of what we're about to do. It's a performance review. Alright? Big time. Nike, Kobe 11. The last signature model while Kobe still plays b-ball.
Yep.
We're hyped, man.
Yep.
So this is the performance review. We've been rocking these for a little bit. And these are our thoughts. So let's start off right at the traction.
Okay. So this horrible is all I gotta say.
Straight garbage.
Yeah, really bad.
Why you do this to me?
Exactly, dude. Like the Kobe 9 was so good. The Kobe 10 was it was pretty good, and then this is just horrible. I mean, the traction is really nice if you're playing on the clean court. I can tell you that because
But even on a clean court, I don't even know if it's as good as a 9.
yeah, exactly. You know?
You know, it's like why?
And
Why
then-
you gotta be so crazy?
Yeah, like okay, so there's so much dust that gets stuck on this. I don't know if you guys can see, but like look at that.
Gonna pull back.
You gotta pull back, you know, so you can focus on it or whatever. But like, yeah, so I step, I wipe, I step, and I gotta wipe again. You know, so this is a dust magnet, you know.
So what you do while you're running, each step you
you go
wipe.
like this.
You have to learn how to do the wipe step.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a new basketball move, you know, the wipe step, you know. But anyways, yeah, this is horrible. If you play on a dusty court like the 24-hour fitness court, don't even get these, man.
Yeah.
You'll be sliding all over the place. You get no grip and it's horrible.
Yeah, and you know, it's a translucent outsole, and maybe it has something to do with the rubber content. It's really kind of soft.
Yeah, it's pretty soft.
But it just you know, it sticks to dust. Dust sticks to it rather.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy. However, I like the look of the outsole because it wraps around
And it's translucent.
and it's translucent. And the part of the reason why it looks so dope is because we have a drop-in midsole.
Yeah.
Which we are, the Soul Brothers, a big fan of the drop-in midsole. However, we were talking about one thing we didn't like about the drop-in midsole is that you can never compress the heel properly.
Yeah.
So with a drop-in midsole, a lot of the Kobe models, I love the Kobe models, but you always get like a really clunky heel.
Right here.
Right? When you step, the heel to toe transition is not the best.
Mm-hmm.
When you step in your heel in a D-Row 6, you can't even feel it.
Yeah, the whole thing just compresses,
Yeah.
you know. But then in like a drop-in midsole setup, this part hits first and it's clunky, and then you get the compression in the heel.
Right.
But yeah, so I don't know if it's just this translucent outsole or the colorway that's bad for the traction. You know, the BHM colorway that's like a solid outsole, it's white.
Yeah.
So hopefully maybe that'll be better, but I'm not sure. Just this colorway is just really bad.
Also on on ID, you can get different rubbers, different outsoles.
Yeah.
You can pick your outsole. Who knows which is? I'm gonna ID a pair soon, so
Yep.
I might know a little bit more. But so the drop-in midsole, here it is. Okay, it's full-length Lunarlon. Lunarlon is pretty cool. It's chill. It's a decent cushion.
Yeah.
You have a Zoom Air unit in the heel. Tiny little Zoom Air unit, but it's thick. So you can really feel it. And then the forefoot is extremely thin, and it has the free technology, so it bends easier, so it articulates a little bit. The heel was really nice.
Yeah, the heel was really nice.
The forefoot is maybe one of the thinnest forefoots I have been in a long time. It's crazy thin. I mean, which is good for response and court feel in your forefoot. So when you're jabbing and doing cuts, you can kind of really feel the floor.
Yeah.
But because you're already really low because it's a drop in midsole, and then this is so thin, and the outsole is pretty thin.
You see the rubber, how thin it is.
Yeah.
So,
for instance, this is the Kobe 9 drop in midsole.
Yeah.
Which is, it doesn't look too crazy, but it's thicker.
Yeah.
It's a decent amount thicker when you're stepping on it.
And then if you see it from this side, you can actually see how much thinner it is. I don't know if you guys can see, right? But then I don't know. Don didn't really have this problem, but for me, I had it when I was going down on from maybe I was doing a layup or something and I landed pretty hard on my toes. It would hurt the ball of my feet and my toes, So I it wasn't super bad, but when I landed really hard, that's when I would have that problem, and it happened a few times. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, and Lunarlon it compresses over time, like not a long period of time, but in a pretty short amount of time. So that's why we don't really like Lunarlon that much.
Yeah, in some months it'll start to get a little more dead.
Yeah.
And deader and deader over a year. It's pretty dead.
Yeah.
And dense. So yeah, that's a problem with Lunarlon.
Yeah. So if you're a guard and you like really responsive cushion, you want to feel really low to the ground, this is probably one of the lowest feelings you can get in the forefoot.
Yeah.
The heel is pretty bouncy, so it feels really nice. It's just a little clunky because of this, right? So, the cushion, I didn't really enjoy it that much, but I can see other people like guards enjoying this cushion.
Yeah, it's so-so. All right, so moving on to the upper, we have a full-length fly knit setup, which is pretty dope. We love fly knit. And it's reinforced by these plastic threads, which is TPU, but it's pretty much just plastic.
Yeah.
And it's woven into the fly knit for more support. But it's still not as soft as we'd like to see fly knit.
Yeah, basically.
Fly knit in the runners and a lot of the other Nike models are so nice.
Yeah, they're really soft.
It feels like knit should really feel like a really strong sock.
Yeah.
Right? But, obviously for basketball you need some more stability, but we feel like they're just doing too much. It's just a little too tough. It will break in, and it broke in a little bit. It's starting to feel nicer and nicer. I would say it's better than the 9s.
Yeah.
Fly knit for sure, but still not as good as prime knit.
Yeah, like right here, you know how in prime knit it's really soft here and stretches. It's still really hard in the toe area, and you don't need support right here. You need support right here where you don't want this material to stretch at all while you're doing cuts and stuff like that. But here, the toe area doesn't really matter as much, and if it stretches and it goes right over your toes, it feels a lot nicer. But I just hope too much for the Kobe 11, I guess.
Yeah.
It's still a nice material though.
Yeah, it's still a dope upper. I think it looks really dope.
Yeah.
And they're doing some cool kind of like fading colorways that are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Great gradient colorways. And then they do implement fly wire. It's kind of hard to see. And it's threaded into the fly knit.
Yep.
But it's there. And then you got your kind of standard Kobe laces, nothing special. And then the tongue is kind of like a different textile. It's got a different texture to it. Nice plush tongue. Comes up pretty high. And then it's a half booty construction.
Yeah, it's a half booty construction, so there's a better 1-to-1 fit, but you still have a tongue.
Right.
It's a lot better setup than a full one booty upper, and then
it's better than just having a full tongue.
Yeah.
Right, because that just tongue's sliding around everywhere. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and then so moving on to fit / support / lockdown. So let's just go over lockdown first. This is one Kobe's line of shoes is actually one of the best lockdown shoes I've ever used. When I tie up my laces, my heel doesn't move at all. It doesn't move at all, like up and down.
Yeah.
And my foot doesn't slide inside the footbed at all. So lockdown's really nice. And then the fit's really nice. One reason why the lockdown is so nice because the fit is so nice, and the fit and lockdown go hand in hand with each other. The fit's really nice. The material goes right over my toes, and then right here the width wasn't bad at all. It was just the correct size for me, and then go true to size for these. So
yeah, definitely go true to size. The fit for me was a little bit narrow. I wear a 14, so I feel like sometimes when they size up, the size are a little off. But I was seeing some other people saying that they run a little bit narrow. Kobe's sometimes run a little narrow.
Yeah.
Kobe has a narrow foot. And there is an internal TPU heel counter in the heel here, not too big. And then the whole ankle area is really padded, really thick. But obviously there is no ankle protection because it's a low top, so you're not going to get any ankle protection from this, which I'm not a big fan of. I like to at least be in a mid to a high.
Yeah.
And that's just because I have history of rolling my ankle.
Same.
So so it's a little scary for me playing in these. They're fully low. You got nothing supporting your ankle.
Yeah.
But as far as lockdown, it's great. Fit was really great for me. And support is, kind of non-existent in regards to the ankle.
Yeah.
But everywhere else, it's a solid, sturdy upper, so you feel pretty encased well. Now, ventilation...
It was pretty good,
Yeah, it was all right.
My foot didn't get hot at all on these, so ventilation is good on these.
With a knit, you're usually hoping to get a little bit better ventilation, too.
Yep.
A lot of the times. Durability, Kobe's are really well-made shoes.
Yep.
They're always really expensive. They're at the top of the price bracket as far as performance basketball shoes. So you'd hope that it would be super durable. We test these shoes, but we haven't had them for super long. You're talking weeks. So, we're just kind of speculation, but it seems pretty durable. I would not play in these outside because the rubber is pretty soft and the grooves are pretty shallow. But other than that, it seems pretty durable, right?
Yep. So moving on to aesthetics, this is a good-looking shoe in the Soul Brothers' opinion. I think the Kobe 9 looks the best, and then I like the Kobe 10 a little better, and then the Kobe 11s. This silhouette reminds me of a lot of the Kobe 8, and kind of disappointed me because I wanted kind of a new silhouette, But it's a good-looking shoe, though. Did break some necks in these, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a dope shoe. I love it. I think it's one of the better looking basketball shoes. And being a low top kind of helps that. But in person, I was really impressed. It's really dope. It reminds me a lot, of course, of the 9. I think the 9 is the best looking basketball shoe of all time, at least top 5. And obviously, it's really close to that. But I'm not that mad at that, If you like the Kobe 9, you're going to like this. So aesthetically, I think they're dope, but obviously that's just our opinion.
So moving on to afterthoughts, I'll just do it first. Don't
sound too excited.
I was super excited for this shoe, and then I was super disappointed. One thing is because the traction is just so bad. I really couldn't play in these that much because the traction. I was slipping all over the place,
Yeah.
So
if you got bad traction,
you can't play.
That's it.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
Exactly. I mean, like,
if you're on a pristine court like Kobe is,
it's gonna be good. Yeah,
it's gonna be anything's gonna be good.
Exactly. But we're not.
We're not.
Yeah.
Most people aren't.
Exactly. And this is made for Kobe, but it's also made for selling, to consumers.
Yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed. I was really disappointed in that. The cushion was just your regular Lunarlon. Not my favorite type of cushion. And the forefoot actually hurt my toes a lot. So and then everything else was really nice though. It's just the cushion and the traction that really just blew it. And those were like the most important things in a basketball shoe. But maybe you can try a different outsole and see how that is. But this translucent one is really bad.
Right.
So I don't think I would recommend this shoe just because it's $200.
Yeah.
And it's really expensive. But putting price aside, if price doesn't matter to you, I still wouldn't recommend it that much, just because I didn't really enjoy playing in these that much.
Yeah. I really want to recommend it. It's just the traction is kind of a deal breaker. I think it would be a good shoe for a guard. You get a lot of court feel and you get a little bit of impact protection in the heel. But again, that traction is, it's catastrophic for the model. I don't think, you could get the 9 and it's kind of the same shoe except for the zoom in the heel.
Yeah.
Right? And even the 10s are going to perform better than this.
Yeah.
And the 9s are dirt cheap right now. You can get them on eBay and stuff. People are reselling them. They're like dirt, even the EM models. So I don't know, you know. There's also the Kobe Mentality 2 out right now.
Yeah, which I'm done reviewing. So which I also think is better than the shoe, but yeah, I'll have that versus video out soon. So yeah, that's our performance review of the Kobe 11. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't hate us just because we said we don't like it.
We love Kobe, and it's my favorite
Exactly,
line of
you know.
basketball shoes.
But
I'm not gonna lie to you. So
there's gonna be those haters where they bought the shoe and we're saying it's not a good shoe and they're gonna be mad, you know. But
all the dislikes are people that bought the shoe and they're upset. They're looking for a validation in their purchase. They haven't tried every basketball shoe like we have, and they want to chime in and be like, "Oh, you got to do this or we'll go a size up." Come on, fool. Like, you think we're stupid? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you guys want a written review, then you guys can go check us out at thesoulbros.com at our website. So for Don, I'm Sammy Lee. We are the Soul Brothers. Later.
Peace. You're supposed to say peace, and I say later.
My bad.
What's wrong with you?